literally. Sometimes, often backache is a symbol of lack of support. The lower back is a lack of financial support, financial worries. Middle back is a lack of emotional support. And upper back can be overwhelmed, stress, where people are angry, they have that chip on their shoulder, and they're carrying too much right now. Whether you believe in those psychosomatic symptoms or not, it can be really powerful to just explore what messages is your body sending you. And often when we have physical pain, what is it that you are trying to avoid emotionally? So, of course, naturally, the second stage will be working through the emotions. It doesn't help us to close off from our emotions. In fact, the worst advice for anyone struggling is to keep busy. Well-meaning friends will say, just keep busy, keep going. And I've worked with people who have gone through a breakup, have gone through cheating in their relationship, and they've just literally exhausted themselves. They've been doing all these exercising activities, they've been working really hard, they've been keeping a full schedule, and then they wonder why at night their mind says, right, now you can deal with these bottled up emotions. It will be difficult because your mind needs to process them to release them. You need to think about them, learn from the emotions to let them go. We've all had that experience where we've had a problem with something and we go to sleep and then we come up with the answer in our sleep, or we're in the daytime, we're driving or staring out of a window and the solution comes, your mind says, oh, this happened because of this, and this is what you need to do differently in the future, and then the stress goes. Literally, people can feel, oh, I had a tight stomach, I felt stress in my body, and it can feel like a weight has been lifted off the shoulders. Aha! You get that aha moment, it's released. And this is what needs to happen to release the emotions from the past, to move forward in a positive way. We need to learn from them. And so by not addressing them, by hoping that they will just go away, by distracting ourselves with alcohol, porn addiction, shopping addiction, drugs, medication, just taking sleeping tablets, things like that, that's not going to deal with the emotions that need to be dealt with. And often panic attacks and anxiety are a result of trapped emotions from past experiences. So I help people to go through releasing, learning from the emotions very quickly. Doesn't have to be a painful experience. We just literally learn from all the emotions, learn from the past, get the learnings, release the emotions, and then on the next step, we repeat positive affirmations, new beliefs, new ways they want to feel. And you can also do this physically, which just feels really great. So if you are going through any pain right now physically, you can, for example, put your hand on your heart, or both your hands on your heart, or one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach, and just tell yourself, I love you, I forgive you, I'm going to look after you, everything's going to be okay. I am safe, I am well. If you're angry, you can put your hands on your shoulders, on your neck, and you can say to yourself, my health and well-being is more important than anything I fear or am angry about. So these are the steps that I do in my intensive breakthrough with someone. It's a one-on-one program. It involves 3 hours one day, 3 hours the next day, 3 hours the third day. And it's literally about doing this detailed history of someone's life, looking at all the things they're holding on to that need to be released. Day 2 is releasing everything. And it makes no sense logically. How can you release everything in a few hours? Well, actually, that's how our unconscious mind stores things. and it doesn't make any logical sense. It's not rational, because a lot of people come to me and they say, Nicola, I've been thinking about my problem for 5 years, sometimes 10 or even 15 years. They've been thinking about it, and thinking doesn't release the emotions. In fact, thinking can make it bigger and worse and more stressful than it is. And day 3, we install new, positive ways of being, doing actions and goals and values. And do contact me if you want to find out more. So the next thing you can do is sleep hypnotherapy, sleep meditations. Sometimes we need a little bit of support to close off from the day to day. We need to relax and let go. And of course, people with anxiety struggle to do this. And if we do need to be on technology at night, or we are loving Netflix shows that are high intensity, quite dramatic, quite dark, then you may benefit from having something to encourage you to relax, feel at peace, and to fill your mind with positive things. Because whatever you put into your mind before you go to sleep, your mind will process that over the 7 to 9 hours that you sleep. So I always make sure, at a bare minimum, I'm doing a 30-minute meditation. In fact, I do have one that's actually 25. So 25, 30 minutes, filling my mind with loving, positive thoughts really helps. So in this, it's a mental and physical relaxation. I ask my clients that do this with me to imagine a warm, comfortable mist surrounding them, and then the warm, comfortable mist getting stronger, and imagining their thoughts and worries just detaching, fading away, drifting away as they drift into a beautiful deep sleep. Deep meditation, sleep hypnotherapy is a great way to tap into the power of your unconscious mind and replace any stressful or negative thoughts with more helpful and positive thoughts. Here are some of the key benefits of using hypnotherapy for sleep issues. It promotes a deeper sense of relaxation and peace in the mind, helps to calm the racing thoughts that flow through the mind, addresses sleepwalking, nightmares, insomnia, and sleep talking, helps to create a positive bedtime routine, increases focus and attention span as it mutes the small chatter of the monkey mind, and of course leaves you feeling refreshed and alert when you do wake. So this is how hypnotherapy works as a natural sleep remedy. And a lot of people have a strange impression of hypnotherapy. I notice now that I teach hypnotherapy and of course do my hypnotherapy sessions, that many people confuse it with the image that they see on TV where people are doing stage shows, clucking like a chicken, or sometimes people will ask me, are you going to swing a pendulum in front of my face? And I'm like, no. And other people remember watching crime dramas and movies where they find an eyewitness who cannot remember anything, and then they take them back in time to remember what happened. Well, my hypnotherapy is absolutely nothing like this. All it is a deep relaxation, putting your mind to rest, physical relaxation, so just telling different body parts to relax, and then when you're in a relaxed state, filling it with positive affirmations like, I love myself, I approve of myself, I am safe, I am healthy, I am well, sleeping is easy and natural, my body is healing, my mind is at peace, everything is going to go great, I lovingly release the past and move forward with love and peace in my heart. All things like that. If I'm doing a one-to-one session with someone, we will create those positive statements together, and then they just replay again and again and again so that they replace the negative thoughts. We need to replace anxious, stressful thoughts with empowering thoughts. We can't have no thoughts. And if you're having 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day, that's apparently what we have on average a day. And according to the latest data, 90% of those are on repeat. Hypnotherapy is an amazing way to change the repetitive thought patterns that are not serving you. And it can help you to retrain the mind and think differently. So this is what I love to do and create for other people. And you can test this out for yourself. If you go to my website, I have 2 free meditations for you there. One is Forgive and Let Go, Have a Happy Marriage. And then I also have a self-confidence one. So just go to nicolabeer.com and you can download those 2 for free. What will happen is you'll enter in your email address and then you'll get an email to your inbox, which will have the link for you to easily and effortlessly download. And you can try it for yourself. You can also get my 25 meditation set. It's called the Manifest While You Rest. It's only $97 at the moment. And you get 25 different meditations. Some of them are sleep ones. And there are 7 focused on relationships. Relationship abundance, relationship happiness, feeling peace in your relationship. And I also have one purely on sexual libido boosting. So literally we can change anything when we work with the subconscious mind, because that controls our feelings, our behaviors, and therefore our actions. And when we give suggestions to our mind that are going to support us feel how we want to feel over time, sometimes quickly for some, other times it can take a few days or a few weeks. If we keep on putting in positive thoughts, the negative thoughts will become less and less and we'll feel lighter and happier. So what about for trauma and panic? I do a panic hypnotherapy, and sometimes a deeper process is needed. Before we put in positive suggestions, there needs to be the releasing of the deep emotions. And sometimes these emotions are stored in the body. Sometimes the body has created physical symptoms because it wants to distract away from the emotions. Dr. John Sarno, one of the most famous US back surgeons, he stopped actually practicing his surgery work and instead started talking to people through their emotions. He found that back pain that was persistent for longer than 6 weeks was often emotional rather than physical. And all of his studies led to the conclusion that we create physical symptoms to distract us from our emotions. So in order to heal long-term anxiety and panic, we need to release the emotions. We need to find out, are we holding them in the body? Is our body pain a distraction from what we don't want to deal with? And helping people to deal with it in a way where they don't have to relive it. And then when they're ready, repeating those positive suggestions like I am safe, I am well, I am happy, to help that flow through the body and to support them to, of course, sleep. And then lastly, which is the whole real theme of this, creating a good bedtime routine. Whatever works for you. And this is so obvious, right? Most experts recommend an hour or longer unwind routine and having a technology detox. So how many of us do that? I do not have the stats. However, I can speak from my own experience. I wish I did, but life takes over and your phone beeps. You want to check what it is. You want to connect with others. You want to see what's going on in the world. So whether it's half an hour or an hour, finding some kind of routine. So me personally, I listen to a meditation always. And